Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today we're going to be doing a skit on Donald Trump giving a post interview on what Senator Van Hollen did when he sat up there and rode all the way to, I believe it's Venezuela, to try to get the suspect that is a MS-13, alleged MS-13 gang member out of prison. So we're gonna listen to him, see what he says, and see what's going on, and I will chime in and talk about what it is to be talking about. Now, TikTok, I'm going to go on the White House um, hotline or the White House website, and I'm going to tell them exactly what y'all been doing, how y'all been stopping my shows, and how y'all been saying that it's been misinformation when people that have been talking has been from the news company talking, and they have been talking real news. How is this misinformation? I don't get it. When you got people out here saying F Trump candles, they actually have F Trump candles, and you have senators calling him sick son of a bitches. You know, that type of information. So you can say that to the president of the United States of America, and say that it's okay to bring illegals back to our United States without any problems, without any, and have lawyers on standby for them without any problems. But with people like me who suffered strongly, suffered very strongly while in jail for 9 months, I didn't get a lick of good representation at all. Nothing. Public defender was worth crap. And when I tried to tell her the truth, and I tried to tell people the truth, they made it seem like it was my mental health. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear it. People that's killing people, they don't have mental health problems. People that's raping people that's raping little girls, people that's raping young women, people that's drug trafficking, people that's trafficking young girls. They don't have mental health problems, and we help them like they're sane individuals. Get the fuck out of here, TikTok. That's misinformation. And we see whose side you're on, China. I mean, what same person, before we go on to listen to him, what same person say, well, let me sit up there and kidnap a child today. Let me sit up there and rape a child today. Let me sit up there and rape a woman today. Nothing's wrong with me. I just want to rape, rape, rape. Let me just do this because I feel like it's appropriate. It's appropriate. That is twisted thinking. That is very twisted thinking. If you want to watch my show, follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show 39 on Facebook. That's why I keep getting y'all to go to Facebook. Because I don't know when one day they're trying to cancel my show on TikTok. Basically, they're trying to cancel my show. It's okay for them to cancel my show on TikTok, because I have all of 10,000 followers. I barely get over 150,000. And it's just sad. It's sad. People can write. I mean, come on now. Who in their right mind? It's freedom of speech, but it's not a joke. It's not a joke to make candles that say F Trump. I mean, they literally have it FUCK Trump, but they don't talk about it. They can say that shit. They can say that shit and get away with it on TikTok. But when I talk about real life issues on Fox News, it gets distributed as misinformation. I don't know what system they're working, but this system is crap. They need to fix their system, or whoever moderating. Seriously, they got some crappy moderators. You put your raise your right hand and repeat after me. I recognize this solemnly swear. I recognize this all of
Yeah, very short. Specific number of days, but quickly, we want to get it done. We're talking about here, people dying. We're talking about over there, people are dying also, like average 2,500 young people, soldiers from America. They're not from anywhere else. Ukraine, but we want to save these lives. So it's 2,500 and that it's a vicious battle. The best equipment, the best everything, and it is brutal. 2,500 young people a week. Some of them we actually to get older, month, but at 2,000, we're just job. What happened? We're getting, see it at I think so. Well, I don't want to say that, but we want to see it end. We want to see it end, yeah. How about that? If he ends, but I hope he's got a big force out there, big force. It's a war that's gonna never happen. Would have never happened if I was president. That's the war, and it happened for 4 years. That's the war that should have never happened. I mean, 7 years ago would have never happened. And now we'll see what happens with it. And we have a lot of them out there. We have a lot of things that we're working on right now that you that would have never happened. And embarrassment. See what it
Now, I would like to say something. The prices of eggs are down nationwide, possibly, plausibly, but in certain states, like gas, for instance, they plan on doing a gas tax by this July in Washington State that will increase the gas tax. And so we're looking at like possibly or plausibly like $5 a gallon. It's already stuck at $4 a gallon. Now, the average price nationwide is like $3 a gallon, but we're stuck at $4 a gallon. They keep blaming it on certain things, saying that, taxes, we have to, I forgot what they're blaming it on. I don't want to say the wrong thing and then get banned from TikTok, but they're blaming it on irrelevant, I believe to be irrelevant things. They're saying they don't want to tax the rich. They have other alternatives like the tax tobacco, which I don't care if they tax it. I don't smoke, and other things. And I think I'm so glad I'm moving. They taxing they're going up on rent by $200, you know, and the renter or the landlord can fluctuate however much they want to now, and I think that that is so wrong. The bill goes into effect, signed next week or this week sometime, and it's just wrong. Nobody wants to say, even Jeff Bezos have moved out of Washington. I don't know his reasoning for moving out, but he moved out. They hijacked the street lamps where, you push the button and they say, wait, wait, wait. Instead, it's a phony Jeff Bezos saying, hi, my name is Jeff Bezos. Please don't tax the rich. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why is it that he got more publicity on TV channels than Elon Musk, when Elon Musk was producing a lot of things like sending people outer space to go over the North Pole or South Pole, I think. They went over the North Pole and South Pole. They went to go pick people up to the space station and many other things he was doing. And yet he didn't get that much publicity, and then when these characters went out of space, which excluding his wife, all others I'm not excluding, these other characters went out of space, these women, that paid their way, which we don't have a dime like that to pay our way that much money to go outer space like that. you know um when they paid, you know i don't get I don't get it. Why was such a big detail? Why was such a big thing? I mean, for all I know, he should have sent his wife out there.
Double.
Eggs are not down here, sir, because so many taxes are being taxed on the poor and the people that are, like, you can't. They said on the news that if you make $100,000 a year and you have a family of three, you cannot survive. That's $8,000. I don't know if they say every 2 weeks or every month you make, and I say every 2 weeks. No, they said every month you make. And so you can't survive off of that. There's a police officer that's living in a townhouse that bought a townhome for they didn't say the price, but he bought a townhome with his wife and three children, and it looks so tiny. It looks so freaking tiny. Like they're raping people out here for money. They're raping people out here for money. The square footage of a efficiency, not an efficiency, but a studio costs 2,000 and some change for 500 square feet. It's sad. It's sad, man.
Oh, I just want to, oh,
And we're not seeing those prices, sir. We're not seeing those prices at all. We will never see those prices. They're taxing everything, everything. And they're not, they made it very clear that they will not tax the rich. They're not even protesting about it. People are not protesting about that, but they're mad because FEMA did not pay for their houses. They're big in brand new houses that got caught up by the trees. I mean, they couldn't afford to have the trees cut. So if a tornado came down on their tree, on their lot, that it wouldn't affect their house that much. Like, really, FEMA wouldn't pay for it.
I don't like it's been one big negotiation, and I know when people are paying, when they're not, want to end.
And that's how I am too. And for a white man to say that, that's crazy. You know, when a white person know when somebody getting played, that's crazy. When a black woman know when somebody getting played, you know, that's wow. I know when I'm being played too. you know I know when somebody's trying to prolong something, or try to see what move I may make next, or try to see if I may talk shit, or try to see what I'm going to do next. I'm not stupid. Why why would he say that? He's trying to keep it optimistic and positive. This is a war that should never happen. It's Biden's war. And now that they're in the midst, like they're in the kerfuffle, they're in the war, and it's like if Trump forgets about it, then or walks away from it, then it's just going to get worse for Ukraine. And it's nothing that anybody can do about it. Yeah, they can bring foot soldiers on the ground, but they can't help them. They're only going to risk hurting their soldiers.
Say it. Well, I'm not going to say that because I think we're going to get it done. I don't know about the group you're talking about.
Now, listen to what he said. Mental institutions, mental asylums that don't care about nothing. I'm talking about really hard people, people that don't understand and don't care what they do in raping. They're like a category 4 where it's like Batman, and you got all those criminals locked up in it's like Batman. You got all those criminals locked away, and they, they just let them out and pour into our nation. It's going to take a long time to actually really get rid of all of them together, you know, but it's just the fact, you had the Joker, the Riddler, the woman, uh, I forgot her name, and so many more of them, insane asylums, you know, and it's just sad. It's just sad, man. They all got out and they all just started doing crazy stuff in our nation. Just crazy stuff to our nation. And as long as it was illegal and they were paying money to whomever, I don't know, money was being paid to somebody to let them stay or let them protect. However it was being done, I don't know what's being done, but something is being done because they're going back for back to sit up there and literally protect these people. Why? Why not go with the flow and sit up there and say, yes, they're bad people? But they can't say it. They won't say it because they're the reasons, they're part of the reason why they flooded into our nation.
did that. Selected to do that. Selected to do that. Sure, please. Yeah. I like this guy. See, now this is the kind of a reporter we like. There aren't enough of them. We got. Had a very while we're on the subject. So impacts. It's just like balance. We do. Go ahead. What? No impact whatsoever. I'm for stopping. Will be. Yep.
Press out, out, press out. Out.
The hell happened? What happened? Okay, so I have to go, you guys. I have to go. But this is serious, man. You just don't know who is watching. You just don't know who is doing things to you or who would do things to you. You know, you have to be vigilant. You have to be proactive. You have to watch your surroundings. Seriously. So take care, be safe, and I will see you guys another time.
Never waste my time.